channel. So hello and welcome. It is the next in the 25-year anniversary offer. So in October 2000, I wandered into that personal development training room very unwillingly, because although I was in a really bad way, I didn't recognize the power of personal development. So in the September 2000, I was contemplating suicide. In the October 2000, I did the personal development training, and the rest, as they say, is history. So throughout the next 3 weeks, because that time period, October 2000 to the first week of December, the year 2000, so 25 years ago, if you're watching this in real time, that was the time window. So I'm going to have something each week to commemorate that. So we started off with the one-day HUNA, Huna, on-demand video webinar workshops. That's a full day, about 8.5 hours. The full training, which introduces you to HUNA, the symbols, Ho'oponopono, what I call the full version, the stage, and the Avaiku and the Arca connections, and the HUNA energy, and the Ha breath, and all of that wonderful stuff, the assumptions of HUNA magic. You name it, it's all in there. Higher self therapy, the fire Ahi ritual. So it's a fantastic training. So that was the very first offer. We then, what I've just closed down, EOS, is this one right here. So what's just come to a close last night stroke today, depending upon your time, depending on your time zone. But the one that has just closed is the timeline therapy. So that's been an interesting one as well. And with the timeline therapy, that's about how can you let go of the past. So things like, we work on anger, sadness, fear, guilt, the limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not clever enough. I'm not capable enough. So all of that sort of stuff, plus looking at your ancestry, your genealogy, even past lives. It's where does your inner mind, unconscious mind, subconscious mind, whatever you call it, where does it believe this problem started? And then we're traveling back through time to resolve that. So that's the one that's just closed. Now, if you're watching this in real time, as this video is going out, it's coming up to 2:00 in the morning on Thursday morning. I've been at the theatre tonight, was watching Cinderella, a Rifco production at the Watford Palace Theatre. It's on for the rest of this week. It was absolutely amazing. It's a Bollywood take on a pantomime. It is for all levels. If you think about something like, I guess, the Muppet Show, when it was originally on, that's probably a really good example, because if you go back and watch the Muppet Show as an adult, you will hear a level of humor that went completely over your head as a child, but as an adult you're like, whoa. So it was a bit like that. It was absolutely hilarious. There was something for everyone. There were kids right through to myself and people more mature than me. It was amazing. So Watford Palace Theatre, Cinderella, get yourself there and see it. So that's where I've been. So it's very late now, because went out afterwards. So I'm then thinking the next thing that I'm going to do, like with regards to the timeline therapy experience, that actually hasn't run yet. It's just that the booking window has closed, but that's going to be in a few weeks' time. So for those of you who booked, thank you very much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to email you this week with some potential dates. I'll choose a date that everyone can do, and that is running as a live video webinar. I've never run that before in the 25 years that I've been trained in timeline therapy. And this one is going to be another first, because what I've decided to do this time round is I'm going to do some hypnotherapy scripts. So the HUNA was online on demand, so you can take that from the comfort of your home or office, wherever you are. The timeline therapy experience, that's going to be online live video webinar. So again, it's a group. This one, with regards to the hypnotherapy script, these are going to be 1-to-1 sessions that you can do. And what I'll be doing with regards to these is recording the session so that you can have this to take away and listen to whenever you choose to. So it could be, let's say that you have trouble sleeping. So we'll do you a hypnotherapy recording. You'll be there when we record it live if you want to be. And it will be useful if you are there, because you are going to give me the information that then goes into the script. But you can listen to that particular script whenever you choose. So if, let's say, you have trouble sleeping, we'll do one for a restful night's sleep, waking up feeling rejuvenated. It could be that for you there, you dread going into the office for a particular meeting. So we'll do something about calm, we'll do something about confidence, we'll do something about gravitas. It may be that your energy is all over the place and you're, what I call away with the fairy. So you want to be more grounded, more centered. So we'll do a hypnotherapy script about that. So whatever it is that you want to do, we'll do the session first, we'll get a sense of what it is you want. And then when we do the guided induction, I'll record that and I will send you the MP3 recording. It could be, for example, let's just say that you want a little spring in your step, a little bit of a pick me up. So you might simply want a dose of motivation or a dose of inspiration. So whatever it is, that goes into the hypnotherapy script, and then you can listen to that to your heart's content and really embed it on a different level. So that's going to be coming up next. Now, with regards to all of these offers, the link is going along the bottom of the screen on the ticker tape. Bookmark that link, because so at the moment we're in a transition point. If you're watching this in real time, you go to the page that's just coming up along the bottom, the special offers. There's nothing there at the moment because one has closed, and tomorrow, technically later on today, I'll be putting another offer up. So it's www.marilyndevonish.thrivecart.com/special-offer. So when you go to that now, there's just a holding message saying, right, you've just missed the timeline therapy and the next one's coming up. So it's going to be the same link. But if you're watching this in real time right this minute, this offer isn't up yet, but it will be. And then once this one comes down at the end of this week, because this one, the Huna, you can do that anytime at your own place. I don't have to be involved once I've set it up. With regards to the timeline therapy experience, I'm going to be running that, but it's a day and the group come together. With these, they are one-to-one online. So this offer isn't going to run for as long as the others, which has run for about 7-8 days depending, but this one's going to run for a few days because it's bespoke, it's one-to-one. So I won't be doing as many of those. And I'm going to say, with regards to the link, the reason I'm saying bookmark the link is that there's going to be something new coming every week, let's just say. I'm not revealing what is coming, but it's going to be different every single time. And because it's my 25-year anniversary, what I'm doing is I'm offering 50% off, because I don't think I'm going to be here when I'm celebrating 50 years of being a coach and a therapist, etc. So I thought, let's double it up now. So so it's going to be what's coming, what's behind the curtain, what's the next thing that's coming up. That will be revealed. So save the link, but the hypnotherapy script will be the next one up. And there'll be 1-hour sessions online, and then you'll get the recording. So all of the things that are coming up during the anniversary are limited edition because they're only around for a very short window and then they're gone again. And certainly, let's say with the Huna, you could purchase that, but it's just not going to be at 50% saving. So that's it, really. So yes. No, sorry, I'm talking to myself. I was like, should I set it up tonight? I'm like, I don't think so. It really is. It's 2:01 in the morning. So I don't think I'm going to set the page up now, but watch this space. What's coming up next will be revealed. So once this one comes down, I'm mulling over what I want to do. And I might, because where it culminated for me 25 years ago was the breakthrough session. So I've done a few. It's been really lovely, actually. It just so happens that the sessions I've done this month have been one-day breakthrough sessions. It is so rare for me to offer the one-day breakthrough sessions. Normally they're chunked down into blocks of 2 or 3 hours. But I've done 3 one-day breakthrough sessions this month. So we start at, say, 11 a.m. my time, and then we work through till 5 or 6 o'clock. And it's been absolutely incredible. The one I did most recently, their partner didn't recognize, pretty much was like, what's happened to you? And they were so like, that can't be possible. They were saying, this must be fake, because there's no way that you are so different from the person I saw when I left the house this morning. So they're very, very cool. So what I might do when we get to the December one is I may offer a couple of one-day breakthrough sessions, but I'll see. As I said, I'm thinking about it. I'm planning, and the idea with this is is to give you a taster of all of the wonderful things that I encountered back then. So there was NLP, neuro linguistic programming, hypnosis. So this is one we're doing now with the one-to-one, timeline therapy. So that's the group timeline therapy experience. There was HUNA, which was absolutely mind blowing, which is why I offered the workshops. You can get that experience. And when with my online workshops, people always say, number one, the time flies. They're amazing. They actually feel as though they're in the room. And particularly with something like the HUNA, people feel the energy, whether they're watching it as a video, listening to an audio recording. Some of you watching will already know that because you've had that experience. And then there was also the photo reading, because the year 2000 was when I dusted off the photo reading that I'd purchased in 1998 and left it sitting on the shelf because I couldn't believe it was possible to photo read at 25,000 words per minute and blast through whole books in 5 minutes and learn strategy to remember and recall what you'd read. And so I left it on the shelf for 2 years. So I'm probably going to do something with the photo reading, not necessarily for I've got a final in-person photo reading workshop happening next month in November. But I may do something with the recording, or perhaps the paraliminals, because you can get the paraliminal library, which is 61. Actually, that's a good idea, because the paraliminals were part of that journey as well. There are a couple that I listened to on repeat when I was getting back into it to help with the early onset Alzheimer's. That's a whole different story, but I was diagnosed with what was thought to be early onset Alzheimer's in my mid 20s. And so I'm going to add the paraliminals into the mix as well. So we've got a few things coming up. As I said, I'm not going to, they're coming out one by one. So once one comes down, you find out what the next one is. But yes, if you want to see what is behind the curtain, make sure you save that link. Grab your 50% savings while they are available. And as I said, it's limited edition stuff, so it's not going to be around for very long. They're going to make an appearance. Get them while you can, boom, and then they're gone again. But they are all based around the wonderful energy of transformation. So yes. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you also to everyone who's come through the virtual doors and the in-person doors over the last 25 years, because without you, nothing happens. And I always say to people, feel free to share. It's nice that people think I'm their secret weapon and all of that sort of stuff, but other people do need to know about what I do. So it's always wonderful when people share that information as well. That would be absolutely amazing. And so, watch this space if you are interested in a bespoke hypnotherapy script. You decide what you want the focus of it to be. And the beauty of that is, one of the things, when I was playing with the potion bottle, people often say, "Oh, Marilyn, if I could just carry around in my pocket the things that you say and the perspectives and the way that you put things." So the hypnotherapy script is going to be the closest thing you get to having what we do bottled, so that you can just listen to it whenever you choose. And as I said, you'll get it as an MP3. So grab that one while you can. That's going to be going up later on today. And that's going to be available, I think, for the next 3 or 4 days, because as I said, it's one-to-one. So it's more time intensive in real time. All right. My main website is transformationstm.com. That's TRANCE, F for Freddy, it's hypnotic trance. So F for Freddy, FORMATIONS. So transformationstm.com. All of the special offers will be on there as well. However, you need to click the red Watch New button. A panel will slide out, have a little bit of a scroll, and you'll see something that talks about the special offers. And so if you'd like to grab the next one, which is the bespoke hypnotherapy script, then watch this space, grab it while it's available. And it will also be 50% off in terms of what it would normally be if you wanted to do a hypnotherapy session. And as many of you will know, those are kind of rare nowadays, because normally people are, there aren't standalone stuff. I'd say the most soul plan reading is a real standalone. The HUNA is a standalone. And things like the hypnotherapy, they normally get woven in, so people don't even notice. All they know is that they've had this incredible transformation. But there isn't necessarily a point where we go, it's not like you are feeling sleepy and all of that sort of stuff. It's much more subtle than that. So I've not done these before in terms of the public. So it's going to be fun. All right. I will leave it there. Marilyn Devonish, the Neuro Success Coach, Rapid Transformation Specialist, and Futurist. And yeah, Master Practitioner and Trainer of NLP, Hypnosis, and Timeline Therapy. Over and out. And yeah, I'm going to start planning for this one from bed, and I'll get it all set up tomorrow. Catch you later.